Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to show you what it's like to guide for a full weekend. I've had a lot of people ask me what it's like to be a guide, the different challenges, and this weekend we have a big group of girls in a girls BSA group to guide. I think it's 25 people total. And then the second day, Sunday, we have a more specialized group that wants to learn trad. So this will offer a good perspective of how to manage two different types of clients and two different sizes of group, obviously. You'll get to see how to manage multiple guides at once in an effort in order to provide a high value experience to the client and also keep everybody safe. And then on the other side, you'll see more specialized instruction. So I look forward to sharing that with you. I do have a full-time family. One guide tip to highlight to anybody who has a family who wants to get into guiding, no matter what time the event starts, the day before, I always try to stay home, have dinner with the family, and help put the kids to bed and sleep at the house, even if it means I have to wake up the next morning at like 2 a.m. It doesn't matter. Being with my family is really important, and I really try to minimize my time away with driving out the night before type stuff. So let's go ahead and get dinner ready for the family and then start getting packed up for the weekend. Okay, so we just got the kids in bed and now I need to finish getting ready. We've packed up most of the climbing stuff. I need to get my food for the weekend. I need to get my sleeping arrangement stuff for the weekend. And then I need to get the client care stuff that we're gonna use for some of our big groups. So let's get that done and then get off to bed ourselves. As you can see, I got all my climbing equipment ready to go. But one kind of trick of the trade is to always pack your kit first because you want to make sure that you don't forget anything for your kit. If I forget some food or I forget, some waters for the client or something like that, I can pick that up the morning of at the local Walmart or something like that. If I leave my cams or I leave my guide kit, there's not really a place that's open at like 7 a.m. for me to pick that up. So I always recommend when you're the most fresh in the packing process mentally, go ahead and pack up all the climbing stuff you need. Hey, what's up guys? It's 4:30. Everybody's asleep. This is the reality of guide life, is you're going to be getting up early on most guide days to get ready for the client and drive to a crag that's not exactly 15 minutes away. Okay, so we just had our guides meeting and we got everybody kind of knowing their marching orders and setting up. It's really important for big groups that you kind of establish roles, and you want a leader who is basically playing coordinator both with the guides and then with the client. Luckily for us, we have two lead guides today. One is me, so I can kind of interface with the client and focus on logistics. And then Clinton is going to focus on giving the guys direction on what to set up, doing some quality control. I might do some quality control as well. Basically making sure we put 4 eyes on every anchor system that's going to be executed today. In the guys meeting, we go over weather, objectives for the day, potential hazards, and then any comments. It's just good to kind of like verbalize those things so everybody's on the same page of what to look for, any potential risks. So we're going into the day semi-prepared. So now we're gonna go ahead and get set up, and we got about an hour or so before we want to start thinking about the client getting here, and should be good. Okay, so we had a really successful day guiding the scout group. We had a mixture of Girl Scouts and their parents. A couple pointers for guiding big groups. Firstly, have the right guides with you. So we had a staff of 5 guides, which included me, and they were all knowledgeable on the single pitch systems. So there wasn't a lot of explaining. We did do some quality check on the systems just to make sure nobody had sole responsibility for a system. There wasn't a lot of explaining that had to be done when we came up with a game plan of how we were going to serve the group. As the groups finished certain clients, we wanted to stay ahead of the group, so moving stations or setting up new clients was automatic. One person was free and they could set up the next station seamlessly, and so the client was never idle. They were always doing something, which in a big group, they perceive doing something with value. So there's 3 kind of things you want to think about when you're staffing for a big group like that. One is to have competent guides. The next is to have a lead guide, and I talked a little bit about that before, but as a lead guide, you want to make sure that you actually aren't tied up in any systems, that you are out supervising, you're interfacing with the client, you're assessing needs, you're making sure we have all the right materials, you're making sure people are getting to go on bathroom breaks and things like that. So I kind of served as lead guide for the group, and of course there's times when you have to jump in and belay somebody or jump on a belay rappel, but anytime I got into a system, I was always on the radio with Clinton or somebody else on, hey, you know, when can I get some relief at this station to ensure that I could be freed up again to assess or deal with any client needs. Lastly, after a successful day, which we did have a successful day guiding this group, be sure to reward your guides. Valuing people is one of the keys to success of any business, not just climbing. So of course you value people with salary, but that's considered, you know, base case. So after the debrief meeting, we went out to a guide dinner, and Atlanta Rock Climbing Company treated us, which was great. And we were able to talk more about our own dreams and passions and clients that we have coming up, which was really rewarding. Great to get to know our guides better like that, and also show them that we appreciate them, and hopefully they'll come back and do more events with us. So today we have a 5-person trad group, so it's going to be a different dynamic. This is going to be educational. The client's going to be a little bit more high level as far as climbing aptitude. So that'll be a lot of fun to kind of see where they're at, understand why they want to get into trad, and help them achieve their goals of learning trad and being able to hopefully lead a trad climb by the end of the day. So that's going to be the goal for today. I'm going to have one of our guys from yesterday is going to shadow/assist me, which will be great, and be able to serve that client well. So let's get out there and have fun. Okay, so that was a really good dose of reality to guiding. You got to see different types of clients and styles and events that you have to manage as a guide. I hope it gave you some insight. Feel free to leave some questions below or comments on any dimensions to this video, especially when it comes to managing groups, whether it's your peers or professionally managing a client. And look forward to seeing you out at the crack.